Hello, I'm Jen, and this is a product review for Cure Flora S.H Figuarts by Bandai. Here we go. Let's start with the box. Here, there's the window if you want to see the figure, which is here. There's a picture of Cure Flora there. Her name etched on the side here, Cure Flora. Really nice typeface. The white, pink, and black. It kind of like it looks pretty neat. What's even neater here is the floral patterns here. I think it's going for the stained glass window kind of art, and there's like a few sparkles here and there. And here's the top version. There's a really nice silhouette. With it is the lace that you see throughout the show. It's really flashy. Here's a picture of Cure Flora holding their princess perfume in the dress up key. And on the side, it's just another Cure Flora, another one there with the S.H Figuarts logo on the side at the bottom there. And here's the back. Here you can see like it shows you like two poses. One holding the princess rod. Here's like another nice, really vibrant pose. Right up here is the different faces that you can have, including that. So there's 4 in total. Right down here is the few accessories, which is the princess rod. There's the princess perfume, and one of the mascot characters, Miss Shamour, is available for you. And yeah, it boasts with simple style and heroic action. So let's see how much heroic action we're gonna get with this figure. So here we go, Cure Flora. In my opinion, it looks really nice. If you have the later Precure lineup, and the most latest ones like Doki Doki Precure and that you can tell that they've improved ever since like the first iterations, like Max Heart and Yes Pretty 5 Go Go, and you know how rough those were. So let's start from the top. You have is a posable hairpiece. It's really tough. It's really tough. Just actually no flexibility at all, but you can like pose it. It's because it's on like a head swivel here, there, like a ball joint. You can go from just keeping her head neutral. You can go a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and not much for going forward and back. And if you want to, if you try to have a really nice image of her head, like without the gap, you try to kind of like have to angle it. You can either angle your shots, or you can like keep that closed. Up there, the her like little hair ornament tiara, I think. It's painted gold. You can see it properly. Looks really nice. Yeah, it's camera's blurry. Anyway, her head, you can actually go like that, tilt left and tilt right. It's yeah, very flexible peg and hinge joint. You can hear it's brand new. It's like I like it how rigid it is. Like the more rigid it is, the more the post will stay. Anyway, when it comes to interchangeable faces, just like per usual, you can take off the front end of the fringe, which is like, it's pretty nice, by the way. Really, you can see her pink highlights on it. It's nice, and it's with 3 pegs. Well, 2 pegs. Well, it's kind of like, you know, one big molded peg there, but it's really effortless to take off. But it stays in place, so if you put it in there. And really easy to take off the face part. Yeah, so there we go, 3 pegs there, 3 holes there, like, ooh, so free. Anyway, you can like interchangeable with different faces, just like the one here. Yeah, like I can't focus it. Oh, believe me, it's really nice. Anyway, you can just interchangeable there. Just press it firmly, both the face and the fringe. Yeah. Next is is her shoulders and her arms. There's a hinge joint there. There's a just like a small hinge there at the wrist, and with the shoulder you can see is a ball joint at the end in the inside there with her little torso, and her little shoulder. Her short sleeve shoulder things, it's actually super separate from the thing. So wherever you pose, you can like fix it to try to cover as much of the hinge as possible. Yep. What else? Same goes on the other side, and also you can also kind of like twist her torso just a little bit, but not all the way, and it's not too much. I think it's not made for, like really dynamic poses for this figure. So you actually have to make do. Let's move down to her actual dress. Her actual dress is really nice. It's nice and smooth, but really tough. There's no little to no flexibility at all. You can like bend here at the edges. For the most part, here even at the front is really tough. So you're stuck with what you're gonna get. The bow here at the on her stomach here with the nice gold painted ball thing. it's painted well, and no luck on bending on that, so no possibility there. Here in her inner part of her skirt, there's all this like this fluffy part, and it's all tough, all hard, and you can't really pose it or anything like that. So when it comes to like posing with her legs, I think you can have some free reign. You can actually make it go like that. This is how much you can split, and this is how much you can stick her leg out. And see, you can see like the little curves near there that you can like go as far as you can with her with a step. So she can't do like really like dynamic front kicks or anything like that. If anything, you can go like kicks like that, like anyway, it's just actually more suitable just standing pose and stuff. So let's move down. Yeah, let's move down to the legs. You can turn like outwards like that, like a real human leg can do. You can bend at the knee, and here at her ankles. You can go front and back. You can go a little bit to the left and right, but I think it's pretty stubborn. So yeah. When it comes to standing up, I think it's going to be really hard by itself if you don't have the stand that comes with it. If you just want to have the picture stand by itself, I think you're going to have a weird problem with that, because the overall weight of the hair and the her dress is gonna like weigh it down, and you're gonna find the really perfect sweet spot to actually like let her stand. And it doesn't help because her feet they're pretty small for her feet. Look at that. It's pretty small. It's got wearing heels, so there's not much like cover. It doesn't make contact with the ground that much, so it's gonna be hard for you to pose like that. Anyway, I think that's it for the general look on the figure. And if you want to look at the faces, so it's like you can have a angry open mouth face. You can have a more bright and happy face with her mouth open. Here's like a smiling with her mouth closed. I think that's kind of neat. And another face with her kind of like upset with you. When like she deliver her lines after she transformed. I think that's neat. Anyway, next is her other accessories, which is the Princess perfume. It's has a clear plastic in the front and like solid in the back. They try to detail as much as possible into this thing. I don't know if you can see in this camera, but they try to put a lot of effort into it. More gold where it's needed, and there's the dress up key. What's really cool about this dress up key, you can actually take it off, and you can put it back in. So she actually has hands for it, where you can like take this off and put these in her hands separately and do poses with that. I think that's gotta be neat. If you're like really into stop motion figures, you can like do the perform the actions like that. Here is the princess rod right here. It's it doesn't bend at all, which is I kind of prefer, because it's a rod, man. It's not like a whip or anything. Here's a clear plastic in the middle here. More gold, more detail as much as they can. Trying to go like the little patterns right there in the middle. And also with the red, the rose dress up key can be detached as well, so you can mix and match. I think the only thing it's missing is that it doesn't have the lily dress up key, and I think that will be completed that way. But I think that's good enough. And there's also obviously the hands to go with the princess rod. You can like hold it and pose it and stuff. And speaking of hands, we got here like a whole bunch of hands here. So there's like 13 different hands from left and right. I really like the hand holder here, and you actually like move it around and stuff, and get separated and put it out of order, whatever. So what you have here is like little tight splayed, really tight open hand. Here's like a more spread open part. There's that I think that's her right hand, and I got the left version here attached on the figure already. And here there's the hands for like holding the dress up key, whether she holds it with her left hand or right hand. Here's closed fists, where kind of like that. It doesn't hold anything like a gun or anything, but I think if you pose it right, you might make her look cute. Here's her hand, her left hand that holds the perfume. It's big enough to hold the perfume. See, you can put it right in there and do some poses. Here's another like stop there type of like hand, or where it's supposed to be done is supposed to be like that. Yeah, to does her like her little dialogue thing where after she transforms and stuff. It's really cool. Also here we have the mascot Shamor. She has a little bit of posability. You can go like up and down, a little bit left and right, but it's not much. She has her little wand thing, and yeah, it doesn't bend or anything. I don't want to mess up with that. She's got a really nice cute tail, and her ears, I think that's what they are, ears or hair. It's good enough for you to let her stand on her own. Like at first when you look at it, like, oh, how she's gonna stand with those little legs, but those her ears are gonna is enough to support her balance, and it's gonna stand straight. Really nice. And also last but not least is the stand. Cure Flora stand. It says Go Princess Precure at the top, Cure Flora at the bottom. In the middle is the emblem for this season of Precure, which is the little princess like crown or tiara thing. And of course, like all Precure all Precure bases, they're most commonly hearts like that. Yeah. And also here there's like different holes, so you can like reallocate where the arm goes, and the arm is just normal standard fare, and I think it's more reliable than my other S.H. Figuarts claw, where it's the clamp is really rigid, and it will help keep the figure stay up. And what I usually do is I just position this where the hand just clamp the hair instead of the waist, because I think having no, like, unlike the Figmas, it has like pegs at the back and stuff. I think that looks really jarring. I'd rather have no pegs or stuff like that at all, and just have clamps for the stands, and I think that's much better. So I think that's it. I think it's a really good figure. Not much for like really action poses. I think I think you're very, very limited on because of I think her dress just kind of limits that. But I think you can still make really nice dynamic poses with her. And given because the show itself has like a really nice really nice action scenes, a lot of Sakuga in it, and I highly recommend for you guys to watch it. But yeah, I think that's me. This is GeN, and I'm out.